income from capital gain, and last one, income from other source. All put together, we call it as total income. Definition of firm: partners, residential status, conditions, provisions, computation of total income, and tax liability of firm and partners. Partnership, you will get partners, but company, you will get whom? Yes, you will get directors. A warm welcome to one and all. This is your other sir, lecturer in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. We are discussing your corporate taxation 4th sem BCom, and today it will be our introduction class. We call it as day 0. Now, in the previous semester, you have done with your income tax 1 and all the basic things you have learned. Now, one step ahead we are doing actually, that is called corporate taxation. What comes under corporate taxation? What are the topics which are covered under this? All these topics we will discuss in today's session. So the agenda for today's session will be introduction, syllabus, units, skill development activity, as well as exam pattern. These are the topics we are going to discuss in today's session. And the first one will go with your syllabus copy. Now, your syllabus consists of 5 units. First one, assessment of individual, assessment of partnership firm, assessment of companies, TDS, advance payment of tax and interest, and the last one, assessment procedures. These are the topics we are supposed to discuss in today's session. And in this, assessment of individual, assessment of partnership, company, these 3, all your 15 marks problems, and TDS, advance tax and assessment procedure, you can expect for 10 marks. So these are the major topics you have for your examination. Now, we will go one by one in detail. Now, assessment of individual. We'll go with assessment of individual. In this, we have application of deduction under section 80C up to 80U. There are so many deductions are there. The few deductions already you have learned in your previous semester, and the major deductions you will learn today. For example, I'll not go in depth actually, because while doing that particular topic, we will do it for that 80C to 80U. Now, if you go with 80C, assume that we have 80C, 80CCC, 80CCD, all this comes under 1. For example, any investment you made, for example, you made investment in LIC premium, life insurance premium, any PF fund, RPF, or any contribution like tuition fund you made, any investment in NSC, National Savings Certificate, Post Office Saving Bank Deposit, all comes under your 80C. Similarly, if you go one step ahead, you have 80D. D for, I'll call it as doctor, because all your medical policy like life insurance comes under 80C, but your health insurance comes under 80D. In this also you have certain slab, like all this comes under up to 1,50,000 deduction. In this 80D, 25,000 will be deduction for individual, spouse, children and parent. And parent, it will be 25,000 extra. Total you can claim 50,000 as deduction. And if the age of individual is above 60, 25 will become 50,000. If the age of your parent is above 60, the 25 will become 50,000. These are the deduction. Again, you have after 80D, 80E you have. E, it talks about education. All your education loan comes under this. And 80G, all your donations will come here. 80QQB, it talks about your royalty. There are so many deductions are there. While doing that particular topic, I'll explain you which are the deductions, how to calculate and how the calculation are done and what is actual deduction mean. Now, in this, first you will find out assessment of individual. What is assessment of individual? I'll not teach you today. I'll just tell you what this topic says. Now, you know that in income tax, how many heads are there? 5 heads are there. We call it as income from salary, income from house property, income from business or profession, income from capital gain, and last one, income from other source. All put together, we call it as total income. 5 heads. Add everything. Less any deductions are there. You have to minus. After doing that, you have to do tax computation. Tax computation. This is what we call it as assessment of individual. The easiest topic, whatever you have learned in your semester 1, your semester 1 means your third semester, the same topic will continue with assessment of individual. We will go in detail and you will learn more actually. Why? Because practically if you see, when you are filing your individual returns, this topic will help you. Assessment of partnership firm. In this, definition of firm, partners, residential status, conditions, provisions, computation of total income, and tax liability of firm and partner. These are the major topics you are supposed to learn. As I told you, all these things. This talks about partnership. Now, individual is done. Your subject name calls at what? Yeah, it is corporate taxation. Corporate taxation means in this you have assessment of individual as well as assessment of partnership firm. Under partnership firm, and you have one more, that is assessment of companies. All three comes under corporate: individual, partners, company. Now, in this, as per partnership, you will learn in your second PUC business studies or accountancy. Already you have learned what is partnership, but we will not do any partnership accounts. We will do only the tax liability of partners. Again, I'll repeat, only we will do tax liability of partners. Yes, the tax liability of partners, we will do it for this particular topic. Now, how to do tax liability, what is the calculation, all these things we will learn while doing that particular topic. Now, in this also there are individual partners calculation you have to do, the income of partners. Once you're done with income of partners, then you have to go for the tax liability of partner. Very interesting topic and you will learn more in this particular topic. Once you are done with assessment of partnership, then you will come for assessment of company. Assessment of company, the definition says that the types of company, the residential status and computation of total income, tax liability, all these topics you will learn in this. Now, partnership, you will get partners, but company you will get whom? Yes, you will get directors. You have to find out the remuneration of director and total income. Like what directors will get? He will get remuneration or any additional incomes are there that should be added. Under partners, what they will get? The profit sharing ratio. The profit they will get, and interest on capital if there are any, that also will be given to the partners. So this is all about the assessment of company, and in this the residential status of company. Company also we call it as what? Artificial person. Yes, that is also called as person. So this thing, and minimum alternative tax, MAT, that also you will learn in this particular topic. After this you will learn tedious and advanced tax. Tedious, already you know that, tax deducted at source. And advanced tax. Advanced tax is one of the most important topic. When you will come under advanced tax means, advanced tax, the name itself says that you are paying tax in advance. Who can be eligible for advanced tax? Very simple. If your age is below 60 years, you have to pay advance tax. Condition number 2, if your taxable amount is more than 10,000, you're eligible for advance tax. Hope you're clear. There are only two concepts are there. If your age is below 60 and your tax liability is above 10k, you will come under advance tax. In this, tedious rates, many rates are there. While doing that particular topic, I'll explain you what are the rates, how to calculate. One of the easiest topic. If you know the rates, it is easy to understand and do the problems. Different payment and problems on tedious, meaning of advance tax, conditions for payment of advance tax, computation of advance tax, and calculation of interest under 234A, 234B, and 234C. This 234C is very important. The important topic is called as 234C. Why? Because your most of the interest calculation happens on 234C. Means your payable amount is 15,000 and you paid 13,000. What is the difference? 2,000. You have to pay interest of 1% per month on the due amount. That is called interest on advance tax. In these three topics you will learn. One is tedious, one is advance tax, and another one is interest on advance tax. Three topics you are going to cover in this particular session. The last topic will be assessment procedure. As you know that assessment procedure in direct tax and indirect tax, both we have assessment procedure. Assessment in the sense calculation of your own tax. There are many types of assessment. There is a compulsory one question for 15 or 10 marks from this, like self-assessment, one type. Best judgmental assessment, second type. Scrutiny assessment, third type. Caesar assessment, fourth type. All these are called as assessment types. Clear? There are so many types of assessment or summarized assessment. Yes. So these are the types of assessment, very important. Along with that, income tax authority, classes, authorities, power and rights of severity, commissioner and assessing officer. These are the major topics you are supposed to learn while doing that particular topic. And it comes, if I give you notes on this, it will take maximum 1.5 to 2 pages, but the marks weightage is more than 20 marks from this particular topic. Again, I'll go back to all the slides. Now, these are the syllabus. Your unit number 1, assessment of individual. Unit 2, assessment of partnership firm. Unit 3, assessment of companies. Unit 4, tedious and advance tax. Unit 5, assessment procedure. Yes. Now we'll come to your question paper pattern. You are already in the 4th semester. That is the reason you know very well your question paper pattern, because in the 3rd semester income tax, whatever the pattern you had, the same question paper pattern you will be having for your 4th semester. Not only for your income tax, corporate taxation, all your practical paper and theory paper, we can call it as core paper. Other than languages, your question paper pattern will not differ. It will remain as it is, same. Like 5 into 4, you will be getting 20 and 5 4s are 20. Similarly, you are supposed to attend 4 questions, 5 marks each. Then you will get 10 into 3, that will be 30 marks, and 15 into 2, that will be 30 marks. And overall, if you calculate, this will be like 80 marks. Total marks weightage will be 80. The same question paper pattern, again I have repeated here to make you better understanding. 5 into 4, 10 into 3, 15 into 2. The total marks weightage will be 80. As I told you, what will be the passing marks? Yes, for 80, you are supposed to score 40. Not 80, I am telling. Out of 100, you are supposed to score 40 for your passing. Sir, how much we should score from 80? If you score 40 from 80, you are passed. Your internal marks are not considered for passing marks. Clear? Now, sir, if I get 20 from this, 20 from internal assessment, am I pass? You're fail. Why? Because from out of 80, the minimum score must be 24. If your marks is below 24 out of 80, you're called as fail. And remaining 16 you can get from internal marks, that will be 40. The concept is very simple. Total must be 40 and this must be 24 and above. That is a concept. Internal marks can be 20 out of 20 or even 5 also, no issue, but total should match with 40. Hope you are clear. Yes, this is what your question paper pattern. This applies for all your 7 papers. Books for reference. As per my knowledge, the income tax paper, corporate taxation paper, whatever books you take, there are many books are available in the market, like Direct Taxation T.N. Manoharan, Direct Taxation Girish Ahuja, Direct Taxation Vinod Singhania. So these are the books are there. These are reference book. You will not get any book for the 4th semester corporate taxation. Same book CA student can also refer. CS can refer. All the taxpayers can refer. Auditors can refer. Even BCom students can also refer. That is the reason never go for these books, because already these books we are having, and whatever the notes we are preparing, whatever the classes we are giving, based on this only. Because other topic like marketing and all, we can do modification, but taxation, even single letter, single line also we can't do any modification. That is the reason whatever the notes given by Vidhyaashram faculty or Vidhyaashram, that is more than sufficient to score 80 out of 80 in your final examination, including your all the extra additional questions. Your, for example, for 15 marks you are supposed to attend 2. They will give you 4 questions. All the additional questions also covered in this 80 out of 80. Hope you are clear. Your Vidhyaashram notes is best for tax. So this is all about your today's session. It is a brief introduction about your corporate taxation. We will learn more in further sessions. Thank you.